Ghana was the first African nation to gain independence. It's a beautiful country, blessed with rich mineral resources. Despite this, poverty, corruption and greed are believed to be rife, and many Ghanaians could be breaking the law to make money.
There was a time I visited my village and I saw the village has changed. The beach has changed. It wasn't no more the beautiful beach I used to know. Sand winning at the coast of Ghana is illegal. That says the law. But how many people are aware of that?
Well, we started building Elmina Bay in 2007, and I think it was after about 9 months that we started to notice an increase in the number of trucks that were using our roadway to get to the beachfront. To be honest, at the time I didn't take any notice of the beachfront and see the threat which later became evident. The frequency with which some individual trucks were going down also became clear to me, and it was then that I made some calculations and realized that a huge amount of sand was leaving the ocean front. Well, I calculated that there would be around, at the time, with 30 or 40 truck movements a day, there would be in excess of 2,000 cubic meters of sand, 2,000 cubic meters of sand leaving the ocean front. If you take the building, our bar restaurant building, as a barometer, we have lost in excess of 30 meters of land from the front of that building.
Ben Iden has invested hundreds of thousands of pounds into Elmina Bay Resort. Most of it is now being spent on a never-ending battle with the sea. The sand winners haven't helped, because the sand is the coast's natural defence system. Once the sand has been taken by man, it cannot be restored. Tourism is a major contributor to Ghana's economic boom. Thousands visit the country every year to immerse themselves in true African culture and visit many of the stunning beaches. But the illegal activity of sand winning is speeding up coastal erosion, and many of the beaches are disappearing. Without them, Ghana's tourism industry will suffer.
Tourism hinges on a very clean and natural environment, and the beaches are the places that we have most of our facilities in terms of hotels, resorts. And most of this sand winning is taking place at the beaches, more precisely in the Elmina area. And if this menace is allowed to continue, there will be no time our industry will be thrown about, and tourism in Ghana will be no more.
Locals say the name sand winning is from their god Nyam, who provides the sand. There is a fight between man to see who can win it. In Elmina, it seems that no one is winning, and local businesses that rely on the beachfront are affected.
Sand winning affects my business in a big way, because as a tour operator and a tour guide, I work in connection with the hotels and other tour operators, then also other attraction sites. So the beach itself is considered as an attraction, which brings visitors to the area. So when sand winning goes on, it affects the aesthetics of the beach and can discourage visitors from coming to the area. Now when you travel along the villages close to the beaches, you will see heaps of sand. People have begun operating block yards. So they win the sand in huge volumes, and they make blocks out of it and sell it to people for construction. And I think it is not good because it affects directly the businesses of the hotels on the beaches.
Blocks are not just made on a large scale. Locals collect the sand and use it for smaller businesses, like this brick shop. The owner is completely unaware that the small pile of sand used for making her bricks contributes to the disappearing coastline, just 500 metres away from her shop. To make matters worse, the salt content is not taken out of the bricks before they are made, causing them to crumble.
The first no problem fee. No start time unity no operate and obifie.
Previously, the sea did not come close to the village, but with the sand winning, now the waves come as far as our homes. Sometimes, people win sand from any part of the shore. They even win sand from forbidden places, allowing the waves into our homes. When I was young, all of these places were full of sand. Now they have taken everything and is now destroying the land. This is why we are willing to inform the general public about this.
Ankwanda is a small fishing village of about 600 people, one of the worst affected areas, already losing houses to the sea. Most of the sand winners are youths from Ankwanda. There is not a lot of work there, so they see this as an easy way to earn a living. The elders from the village are concerned, but the youths threaten them if they try to stop it, so they are scared.
I think about a year ago, about 2 houses were blown up by the sea. It went to the sea. So this is what is happening. When there's a high tide, the sea comes straight to the town, so causing a lot of problems. This is how you see. So part of the land along the beach is submerged. There's a lagoon just near the hotel over here. When the lagoon is filled up, nobody can cross to the side. Car cannot cross, people cannot even enter. We came together, we had wanted to stop those sand winning, but they were threatening us, so you can't go interfere. The youth are threatening us. As soon as you say you're going to stop them, but you see them using shovels here and there, threatening your life, so you can't stop them. We cannot stop them. The only solution is to block the way. So if cars are not coming to win the sand, I think they'll stop. We reported the case first to the Environmental Protection Agency. And in fact, they came over and in fact, they couldn't stop them. We were asked to go to the Mineral Commission, reported to Accra. Then we were referred to Takrady, Mineral Commission. They came down there with a task force. They all ran away. As soon as they come, they stop. As soon as they go away they still continue winning the sand. They have been winning the sand for the past 2 years. When we stay, we stop them. There was a time I was in the house when they came down there with shovels, pickups, threatening my life. So I reported the matter to the police station. So the farm members took an action, and in fact, one of the boys was arrested. But the following day, he was freed. And in fact, we could see the police are also interested. They come there, they don't cause any arrest.
It is not just the people who are suffering from the degradation caused by sand winning. Over the past 3 years, around the Elmina and Ankwanda areas, over 120 coconut trees have been taken by the sea. All that's left are roots and dead trees along the coast. Not the beautiful beaches with lush palm trees that once were. It is the duty of the Environmental Protection Agency to protect the land, but they seem to be unable to manage this, claiming they have the power to prosecute but not to arrest the sand winners, blaming the police for not making the arrests.
The case of the sand winning is a general complaint, and we've received a number of them. In almost all cases, we have gone to the site to do the investigation. Unfortunately, we have never been able to find any culprit. So what we then resort to is to give general advice and education, especially to the people who live around the site. Unfortunately, this has not worked. It is a very, very serious problem. If people do not stop removing sand from the shore, then they will be paving the way for the sea to come in, and that will be very disastrous. We have reported the matter so many times to the police, and unfortunately they have not supported us very much. So I do not know of any arrest made by the police. So there haven't been any prosecutions as such. But I also think that the local people themselves, if they are serious about stopping the sand winning going on at the beach, can form themselves into vigilante groups and keep watching who comes to the beach to collect sand and stop them. They can do that if they want to.
The idea of forming vigilante groups may not be the best solution for the people living on the beachfront. It could lead to violence and could make things worse. If the Ghanaian Environmental Protection Agency is saying this is the only way to stop them, then the local people have a real struggle ahead of them.
Every day you see them reading the sun. And in fact, they have other jobs there. If they stop the sun, they can't do any other job. The farming is there. Some of them are even learning trade. That's even better. But when you don't stop them, there will be a time, in fact, the sea will even take the whole town.
Those who win sand should be arrested to serve as deterrent to others. Because arrests are not being made, others are not afraid of winning sand.
As well as turning the sand into blocks, it is also used to make cement. Less than a mile from Nkwanda, men can be seen making cement along the roadside. This cement is spoiled, as the salt is not taken out of the sand. When it is used for construction, it rusts the iron rods that hold buildings up, damaging houses before they are even finished. A lot of people in Ghana are aware of the problem of sand winning. The underlying feeling is that no one is doing anything to stop it. Even local journalists feel frustrated with the lack of authority.
Sand winning, especially in the KEA municipality, very close to us, and here in the CCMA, that is Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly, something that as a radio station we were very much aware. The police said they didn't know anything about it. And so they were asking me, so where did you say people were winning sand? We took them then, they said, oh, we don't think so. These trucks just came to the beach. And for me, I think it was unpardonable for the police to do that. So that was one of the major challenges we faced. I was also going through the laws of Ghana to see what the law says concerning sand winning and mining in general. The laws are against it, but it's not enough just having the laws there. We've got to have an agency to implement the law. The Environmental Protection Agency, what's the word, doesn't have any power to bite. It depends mostly on the police. And the police, there are a lot of big men and women in high political rankings who have invested into this sand winning project. And so the police is scared.
The police are aware, but say the reason why they cannot catch them and make arrests is because they are stealing the sand at night. As well as the Environmental Protection Agency, the police feel it is down to the locals to stop the sand winners.
We are all aware that degradation at our coastal areas is being increased by these sand winners on our coast. And degradation really is a cost to the nation because we have to build sea defense walls at a greater cost. And therefore, the police has taken it upon itself to make sure that sand winning, which brings about this degradation and which brings about the cost to the nation, is stopped. And so we have extended extensively patrols on our coastal areas to stop these sand winners from practicing their trade. Almost every day, our men go out there to see to it that those people who are doing the sand winning do not carry it on. Unfortunately, some of them do it deep in the night. And before the morning, they have degraded the coast and are gone. And so we arrest some of them, even send men in the night when we get information, arrest some of them, and then prosecute them. We have sent a lot of them to the court, and they have been prosecuted. But still, they are not deterred. They are still carried on.
A lot of people from around Cape Coast, Anquanda and Elmina felt the reason why sand winning was still going on was because the police were being paid to turn a blind eye. But the police are quick to deny these allegations.
Always these allegations are being made against the police, but that is never true. How can a police officer who is being paid go and collect money and assist the wrongdoer to do the wrong thing? No, that is not correct. It's just a figment of their own imagination. It is not true.
The police said the reason why they are not being arrested was because they work late at night. So in order to catch the sand winners and get their side of the story, we waited up many nights for them to come. After almost giving up all hope, they finally made an appearance at Anquanda in broad daylight. There were no police around, and they were completely undeterred that what they were doing was illegal. They didn't care that they were being filmed and even laughed and joked in front of the camera. It was almost as if they knew that they could get away with it, not scared at all of being caught. Even happy to do an interview, saying the reason why they do it is because there is no work and they do not have any alternative.
There's no job here to do for the youth here. No. Sometimes we'll be suffering. Even this time when we are getting to the rainy season, our road with the cars pass on it is no good. And here too, there's no job here for the youth to do. That's why we've been winning the sun here. Yeah. And every day some people will be complaining, say you should stop winning the sun. And when you stop too now, you see some boys will be going to steal. I don't know, do they want us to go and steal or whatever? That's why we'll be doing this job here.
When asked about the damage they were doing to the beach, it seemed that education had led to no knowledge about coastal erosion, saying it was okay because of where they were taking the sand from. They were even happy to say how much they were being paid.
We have some rocks here which avoid the sea to go inside the town. The sand is just on the rock, it won't go anywhere. One truck of a tipper car is 50 Ghana cedis.
How many trucks a day do you do?
Okay, I think 10. We have 10 trucks here, where we've been working with them every day.
The average tipper truck can hold 13 tonnes. So 10 trucks a day amounts to 130 tonnes of sand leaving the beach every day. That's almost 50,000 tonnes per year. Enough sand to fill 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. If the act of sand winning doesn't stop, Ghana's beaches will disappear and Ghana's tourism industry will suffer a major blow, which could eventually affect the country's whole economy, meaning even more people suffering from poverty. Nature cannot be blamed for the damage that has already been done.
Yama